So, as an FYI, I did see this game on that little YouTube link that you guys posted. Just now, I didn't watch the whole thing either. But I watched all of the first half, and I already know what I will be probably talking about. I didn't see everything, obviously, but I know most of what I'll be talking about. So, let me lower this down. All right. So, yeah, let's start. So here, the first thing that comes to mind is how the fuck did we lose this pistol, right? Like how? How the fuck did that happen? I guess the flash took a little longer than you expected to learn. Okay. I think you killed the first guy level, you went all in, that's fine, but after that you go to the left side and you don't do the all in, right? I think you slow down, you peek, jiggle, play with your opponent a little bit. Because while you're alive, that means these guys have time to only worry about these, right? Leo included, that he just died, so we'll look at him. So I think here you played a little too. It was just bad, The first thing, that's okay, but I think you would have more time to take more time to do the stuff you were doing. And if you kept yourself alive, we probably would have won just because of that. But because of that, Jay had to move, etc. So, yeah. Leo, I saw you should have just hit them. There's nothing more to say. Other than that, I think you guys had a plan here to go out together, and it didn't work out. Yeah, whatever. Nice try. Okay, the pistol. The pistol is simple. The pistol, you had the right, good idea, but the problem is, your idea is right, but let me lower this down. Okay. You had the right idea, but the problem is you guys need to be able to act when it doesn't, when what you're expecting doesn't happen. What do I mean? You stood here for so long, okay? I know this is an eco, but it's worth talking about, okay? You have 4 guys in connector with Leo getting ready to flash. At a certain point, at like 1:30, nothing happened, right? You are completely blind on all of this, right? It wouldn't hurt. By this point, you would have seen a smoke already or something, right? But that didn't happen. You are more than free to just say, okay, nothing happened since, so let's just have one guy go up, jiggle this maybe, jump spot the top mid, and if nothing happens for a little while longer, let's say another 5-10 seconds, what's stopping you from like grouping up and clearing underpass or getting Leo here through the thing and just going into window and then smoke or flashing deep mid, for example, with these guys here? Because I know that they'll be there the whole time, but if you don't see them, just imagine you're here so long. Why don't you have one guy jiggle? And if nothing happens, you can clear underpass. And if that doesn't do anything, you can just have Leo come into window and then deep flash you guys here. Right? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. But you guys had a plan in place and that was it. There's nothing else. Like, it's 1:15. That's when they're starting to take mid. At this point, you probably would have already been here, right? Would it be as effective? Probably not. But it's clear how we have a plan in place, but there's no, okay, if this doesn't happen, we don't have a plan B. Like, we don't adjust, So we need to change that. Here, I already know what I'm talking about, what I'll be talking about, but here's simple. You have 4 players coming out of connector. You flashed, they hit, and they unluckily went into this place. and you can't see them that well. What you guys need to do is to push in, right? Look at how you guys are peeking this. Again, this is an eco, so imagine what's coming in, right? You have the flashes coming in, that's fine. Or I thought you did. Okay, flash come in, right timing, perfect. Look at how we're doing now. Look at this guy. This guy is going first. Who is it? It's Jay. So Jay is, and he stops right here. If Jay instead didn't do this and he just ran forward, like he could have shot them anyway, but if he ran towards top mid boxes, and so with these guys, maybe one or two, then you would have had space and you would have seen them clearly, you know? Because Jay would have dragged these guys crosshairs, all of them, and I'm not sure, but you probably would have killed these guys without losing a single player, okay? What happened? Look at how you guys are blocking each other. We already saw many couldn't shoot because of that. Look, you all came here, right? They were aiming this way, right? You barely made them move their mouse. And there's 4 of them, there's 2 of them. There's 4 of you and 2 of them. We win this, okay? If we do this fast enough, which I don't think we would have, but many of us would still be alive for us to get 2 AKs and then maybe do something here, okay? While they're still going into the A bomb site, maybe they don't smoke it yet or something, and we get a kill off of that. And then maybe a retake is doable. And we, like that, could win a fucking eco. But instead, what do? We sit here and this guy just spray transfers GG. Right? What's the point? Here Jay fucked up, but not only Jay, everyone else, okay? Because you all should have known. We are going to open up. We don't see someone move. Right? So yeah, that's over. Next. Okay, you're not throwing anything into ramp. I don't like it, but okay. I hope you don't get fucked doing that. Because if you do, I'm on your ass things. I don't have X-ray. I think what I saw here is fine. Could be a few things that I would change, but I think here you played okay. Okay. This is gonna happen before, so that's why soon again. So that's why I'm going to talk about this now. Okay. You guys have level playing retake, which is gonna be pretty common in this game. He's gonna do this a lot, but level needs to know how to actually play retake. You know, he does most of the things right, but as soon as they get into the bomb site, level loses his shit and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing at that point, right? I don't know if he does something wrong here, but knowing him, probably. I mean, at this point, you would have already swung, no? I mean, here you guys just killed yourselves, okay? I remember. You guys here just killed yourselves. Level, you had Fangs shooting, number 1. As soon as he shoots, you should have swung. You and Leo should have. Okay? Mistake number 1. You waiting for the flash, got Fangs killed, and then they had time to swung or turn towards you and shoot you and kill you too. So, you don't lose this round because of you, but this on A is a glimpse of what's to come. Alright? So, now, what happens to Fangs? Fangs probably did something wrong too. Okay, we killed this guy. We're 5-1-3 now. Look at what Fangs is doing. Fangs, you only go out of connector towards to help A if level is playing inside of A, which he's not. So you should have fucked off. Okay? You have a Molotov, you could have mollied Palace, or you could have mollied in front, like front this, in here maybe, and you should have went back in either into jungle with the smoke or into connector. You know? Looked at the lurker, underpass, or top mid, or something, you know? You should have not come here. This is on you. Level messed up, but it wasn't on him, right? And we still have a Molo. You could have stopped this, okay? Why are you here? That was your clue. Get the fuck out of here. Why did you stay? You killed one, you left another one with 10 HP. If you just stay safe and you stay alive, you know, and you maybe take some damage, we win this round easily, okay? Because you know exactly where they'll be. They won't be in connected. If they are, you'll hear them. They won't be in jungle. If they are, you'll hear them. And how many of them there are, right? They'll probably play either on site, sandwich, ramp, and palace. That's it. And we should have utility for that, right? And there's 5 of us. Like, we retake this easily. Things you through that round. And then the way Level and Leo played, I'm probably expecting for Fangs to live a little longer. Messed up even more, right? So I was on Fangs, 100%. Key thing for you, Fangs, is knowing when to let go of stairs and connect the, right? When to leave this area. Answer, is Level playing inside the site? If he's not, then fuck off. Stay alive. Oh, but I'm outnumbered. Okay, then at that point, sure. Go ahead. Try something. But yeah, 2 rounds or 3 rounds, that a lot of bad things. Okay. Jay, I watched this game. I saw the utility you had mid-game. I think you did a much better job. But I still think there's things that you need to understand, okay? Like this one, you know? The main thing is understanding. If you're a B player, you need to understand. 1, is this a rush B type of round? When is it a rush B type of round? Low buy. On Mirage, always. If it's equal force, assume it's a rush B and act accordingly. How do you act accordingly? That's when you use that play that you like. You know, use the molly deep, throw the nade right after, or maybe push into it. You know, stuff like that. This is one, right? They could have bought. I would have bought if I were in their shoes, probably. No, one eco is fine. Yeah, so this is an eco run. So this is definitely a rush B type of run. You know, if you used your molly early in this run, I would have not been against it. Why? Because of that. Okay. Now, number 2 is it not the rush B type of run? Okay, then you probably play like you are now. The key thing is you don't throw this HE early. Why? Because they can't be that there early. Okay, they would have to run the entire way. You would probably hear them, or many would. So this nade, useless. Okay, I would rather you wait until later to throw it. Like 120, when you feel like the guy can be there, you know, then go ahead. I seen you do that later in the round. So, yeah, that's all. Okay. Here it's tricky, but it's really easy. All right. Things. As soon as Many is in ladder, his goal is to tell you get the fuck out of jungle or window. Why? He has both of these. Okay. He has this and he has this. He's watching 2 places at the same time. You're useless here. Okay? Oh, so where do I play? You have 2 choices. Either you play towards A or you play towards B. Why can I play inside connector? Because your teammates are clearly not playing for mid. So you would back off, right? If you're playing in connector alone, you're gonna get yourself killed. Right? As long as you have a smoke, you could potentially do it. As long as you're careful. But considering it's an eco, I would say this is a dumb move, okay? I would rather have you in sandwich, like inside of A somewhere, or next to B, you know, making a play with J maybe. Again, eco probably not a good idea, but those are your options. Instead, you play in jungle. Why? What are you doing here? and you go towards connector, don't you? Yes. Why don't we want to play in connector? Because they are eco. They want these fights. This is where my mind says this is wrong, but my heart says you are CS player, so you want the fights, right? And you should want them. I personally would think it's probably not a good idea, though. You know, you kill them, I know, but you have more to win by having more people towards A or B, right? If you have two B, one ladder that watches this, and you have two A, you're fine. If you have one B, same thing, 3A, one right ladder. If they come A, they're fucked, right? If they come B, they're fucked anyway. The type of weapons they have is good to get picks on mid, which is why we want to avoid mid fights. Which is why Manny's playing here, and that's why Leo is playing on ramp towards 8, because he thinks, okay, it's a side lane hit, and he's correct. In theory, it should be. And if it's not, that's fine. I mean, if you group up on A and B, what can they do? They'll find something on mid. They won't get it, and then getting into the bomb sites, it's hard. They'll give up, or they'll die trying, right? So that's why. I think here is a very bad move. I think what level did is probably bad. I don't know. Where are you playing? The fuck? Okay, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't have gone up, but sure. Again, look at where you are, things. Should have been off of this spot a long time ago. Right? Oh, where would you want to play instead? Well, you could play here, for example. In an off angle, maybe, you know? You're not in connector, you kind of are in jungle, but you can quickly help A if needed. You know? But like, there's no reason for you to be here, you know? There's no reason for you to be doing this. You see? Like, this is probably where you should be, honestly. Because you're useless there. Important thing to know, okay? If we have a guy ladder, we cannot have a guy in window or jungle. Because we're giving away mid, right? And he's watching both of those spots. So, with that, it's 20 minutes. Fuck me. What the why? Why? Someone flash for you? There's two flashes from level? I guess he thought they would be closer. Okay. Still, if you're gonna do something like this, guys, you can't just have many do it, okay? Fangs needs to go and Leo needs to help as well. There can't be just all of these flashes and just many coming in, okay? For this to happen, top man needs to be mollied, and then the flashes come in. While Fangs and Leo are helping him, okay? They're pushing through the smoke. Oh, but that's not possible. If that's not possible, Many made a mistake. Or Level shouldn't have thrown those flashes because he just used two of them for what? No reason. Should have used one, seen what we could get, and then hold on to the second one. What I think many should have done is we got a 5-1-4. You wouldn't play. You could have smoked in front. You know, with that, many or Fangs could smoke in front of connector, for example. Leo groups up with him on connector, then Level throws that flash. Then you guys slowly walk up to that, you know? Fangs could go around the smoke here somewhere. Leo could go a little farther and hold under, for example, and potentially even go on top of the bench and just look over, maybe. Right? While Many goes behind the smoke and goes up top on the Stewie sign, slowly after Fangs, right? And maybe gets a kill. Remember, this needs to be mollied. Okay? The smoke is just for safety. You could simply just use your own this smoke menu that I showed you a long time ago. And you could just play around it. Look at the gaps here, look at the chair, and then see what you can come across with that. So yeah. There's that. Yeah, again, this is just dumb. Okay, there's no reason for us to lose a player like that. It was just stupid. Now we are on a 4-on-4. We don't have mid. We don't have connected. We don't have ladder. And our A player is jungle, and Fangs is with him. This is when we actually need to do something. This is when I think you guys need to aggress mid, okay? I don't think here you play retake. I think here you, okay, they forced you out of mid, that's okay. Work on the side lanes maybe. Or retake mid with utility. If I'm Fangs, I would notice the setup being unbalanced, and I would have yet again just played ladder. Why? Level is gonna play retake the same. Leo's gonna stay here anyway, doesn't matter. We still need this to be watched, and we also need short to be watched. Fangs would have been in a much better spot if you played ladder, right? Instead of playing here like a fucking face it level 3, just jiggling palace, right? What the fuck? This is Team CS, Fangs. You're not playing pugs. This I wanted to shoot you so bad level once I saw this in game. Tell me, what the fuck are you doing? You have opponents coming from mid. You hear all of this utility being thrown, and Leo tells you, I think, that they're taking connected. You keep jumping. That's fine. Why do you now think it's a good idea to go on top of the fucking box? When you're open to stairs, con, even jungle, maybe guys up close, they couldn't be here, I know, but it's not the point. And then ramp and palace just to get, what, a one-on-one? When you have a Molotov, a smoke, and a flash. And you're the only one on A. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Of course this guy's gonna trade you. No one splits A without the lurker either on A main or palace. No one. And then you go out completely clueless to the fact that there should be a lurker here. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Man, we don't lose this round if you play correctly. All you needed to do was the same thing as you should have done last round. Keep jumping. That's fine. You're playing retake. And then do what you can. Be safe. Molly, when they come in, be careful of the lurker and you're fine. Wait for your teammates and then retake when you can. That's it. That's all you had to do. Instead, let me go ahead and kill myself. For this. I think here we should have just saved. Okay, instead of trying to get something. Level already through the round by doing what he did. You had a Molotov. You could have used it. You didn't. That's on you. Thanks. I think here we just call it, Leo. There's no point. We lost the round before Franks gets here. So I would have just saved, to be honest. You guys did that? It's just, you probably would have saved with 3 guys alive instead of 2. Here, I see the flashes. It's just, well, I don't think Leo has spawn to do this, does he? I mean, where's your spawn, Leo? There's one rule in CS. If you want to make an aggressive play early, there's one rule. Spawn. That's it. You don't have spawn. You want to do the play? Guess what? You want to eat. You don't have food. You can't eat. Simple. You don't have food. You don't have money. You don't eat. Why did he kill you? Because you're a dumbass. That's it. Oh, but he was staring at the other thing. Yes, because he was already there. Because unlike you, he had spawn. Right? You know, it's not hard. It's really not. So, yeah, again, spawn. You should have not done this. This is just dumb. Okay. Yeah. Things, you did the right thing. It's just you were late. Okay. As soon as you got smoked, you should have done that. That molo that you just threw, you should have thrown it earlier. That's all. You did it late, and because of that, that guy got in. It's Manny's lucky that again he didn't get killed, because he definitely would have. Okay, level. One other thing. You probably know there were two people mid, and maybe you know of the last one on B. I don't know, but I know that at least two people, the two mid guys, you probably know of them. Before you rotate from ticket into this spot, you need to throw utility into ramp, so it doesn't catch you on a timing or something. Again, that's one of the rules in CS. Either you or a teammate would have thrown some sort of utility to help you get into the spot. Otherwise, it's a dumb decision because you're 4-on-3, and there's a very big risk in the lurker hearing you and just killing you. Okay. So again, a mistake that you did. Probably would have played with A. Yep. J plays well. Nothing to say, and I think they just killed themselves later on. Yeah. Okay, good round. Here we played okay. Besides that, round that, besides that early play that Leo just killed himself over, but it's fine. Okay, Fangs is on a off angle and get right. I hate this position, but that's fine. Again, if you're gonna go into A, throw a nade into ramp. HE or flash. Okay? If they're rushing, throw two HEs. They'll do it once. Okay, here I think it's just dumb, Leo. I mean, it's not dumb per se based on what you're doing, but it's dumb because of other things, right? You're holding window. They didn't come mid. You think, oh, they can be under now, so let me just molly it so I can hold it a little bit longer. If they haven't come in from mid yet, and you're right, and they're actually under, that means they have more people in under, and these guys will come in first. Until that happens, the mid guy won't show up. Agree? Which means it's useless, right? They'll just wait the molo out and then go after. What would I recommend instead? Instead of throwing that Molotov, go in here, look into Palace. It's fine, you don't see anyone. You can move. You scope in here, and you wait for them. And you don't make a single sound, and I guarantee you have a free kill. Oh, but what about mid? You know as well as I do, they will make sound. You don't have to look into mid. If you do, you can just quickly scope up, clear, take a shot, go back. And you have a smoke, flash, molo, you get it, right? You would have played this so much better. And you would have beaten this smoke, right? And I saw you make this play a lot. It's overused. Okay, should do it sometimes, but you're really focusing a lot on window and this play. It's nice, it's good, but don't use it so often. Trim it down a lot, a notch. There is so many more things that you can do by doing this that I told you. You can do Zaiwu, right? If you have spawn, you can mid game or mid round, you could just get a teammate from A with level, or just flash them into Palace, for example, and help them get that spot, or into ramp. Or you could just contact into ramp with an up and level or Fangs with you as cover. You could do the same thing on mid, right? And you can also do the same thing on apps. There's a lot of things that you're not using because you're focusing too much on this. Let's stop it. Let's do something else. Because if you did what I just said, you would have gotten a clean kill. Right? And now you would have been closer to A. They would have helped you get towards A, and you would be fine. Okay? Okay. Here, 5-on-2 is just you can ask your teammates to flash you into connector, and then you can go on top of ticket. Just make sure that Fang smokes ramp after, and you're fine, or hold it. I think here you just killed yourself. Why? I don't know, but okay, good job. And here, instead of waiting, like instead of asking for Fangs to flash or level to flash, okay, you're just kill. Okay, you flash yourself. Okay, nice shot. You did flash, but the way you peeked was wrong. You were too far away from this wall. You should have used this cover to peek. If he shot you, it would have been through the wall. You wouldn't have taken as much damage. Maybe even saved yourself. Okay, so that's the only thing I would change. Good flash, good awareness, good positioning. Horrible early round. Early and mid round, horrible. Here you decide to swap it up. I don't mind. I like it actually. Here, I don't know what Fangs is doing. If you have spawn Fangs, this is the angle you want. This is where you stay in the middle of window, and you put your crosshair like this. Okay? Oh, but Rico, you probably shouldn't use it. I agree. Probably shouldn't use it in the first place. But if you're gonna do it properly. You kill the first guy for sure, and then you go to the left, you smoke yourself, and you can get out. Simple. If you have spawn. And not versus equal. Okay. This guy also doesn't know how to play sandwich. Fuck me. If you play sandwich, you count to 5 seconds. Okay? Slow 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at how often you're peeking into palace. 32, 31, 30, every 3 seconds. This makes a big difference, okay? If you want to catch this guy, you want to catch him when he looks at this, for example, or when he's clearing other spots, like stairs, close fair, etc. Leo is not exposed to it, so you're fine. So play sandwich the right way. Again, same thing as Leo. Instead of you mollying this, do something else elsewhere. You save this Molotov, you can save this for some other round. It's been like common, right? They don't take mid early, so they re-smoke window mid round. That's when they take mid. Usually they don't take it early. And if they do, you know right away. Here, for example, Jay, since because of the buy, it would have been a good idea. I'm not saying you had to, but you could have thrown that early nade set that you like because of that, you know. Okay, mauling late, I don't agree with. I understand what you're trying to do, but the molly doesn't last as long as a smoke for it to make that much of a difference. If I were you, I would have kept the mollo. Okay? When you keep the mollo, you spot them, you know, let's say now they're coming in, that's fine. You just throw the mollo off of this, you molly this spot, and then you're fine. And you can use the Leah smoke here and then play around it. You're fine. It doesn't bother you. Okay? But because you threw this mollo, you cannot play the same way. You will have to play a little more scared, or maybe you're gonna push. I don't know. Yeah, you're probably gonna push. Okay. Okay. No, you got dropped another molo. Okay. Nice shot, Lobo. Okay. Few more rounds to go, and we'll look at these side. It's already been half an hour. Holy shit. Again, you see how often you're doing this, Leo? Imagine if you're doing something else. Again, connect, right? Zaiwu, doing something on A, aggressive, with or without a teammate, flashing for a teammate, right? Towards B, maybe, right? You haven't used B at all yet. It's been 7 rounds. It comes to a point that they just expect you to do that play, so they just wait, you know? What the fuck? Okay, you can just smoke Palace now. There you go. Okay, I mean, they threw smokes. You threw utility. They didn't come in. Unless they have the worst uh, execute of all time. This is a fake, okay? See how long it's taking? At this point, you know, right? Okay, they're not coming in yet. They're just trying to get us to waste utility. I would have saved this Molotov, for example. Or if I use it, I would have probably used it later and just before the smoke pops. You're just wasting utility at this point. I would have not done this. You could have done this if you had a Molotov at the bottom. Because if there's a guy here, like you think there is, holding you, and he's gonna get blind, there would have been another guy here empty, and he would have traded you. Or if not, just killed you for free. So, yeah. Okay. I think here you're playing nicely. What the fuck? Are you looking at the right? Man, just stare at the fucking wall, man. These guys should have, or not. Okay, you're in a tricky spot. I thought they were looking at your jungle. Someone needs to be looking at jungle. You cannot be looking at jungle. Fangs in this case needs to be back and forth. Okay, there's no other way. You got yourself in a shit position, so it's not on Fangs, but okay. The only thing I change level is I would be a little more to the left to make it more of an off angle instead of being on the noob corner. That's it. Um, I know what happened to Leo. He just missed. He had an erratic movement. I would have not changed anything that he did. Right. You should have re-peeked instead of jumping to the left side. You should have re-peeked. Oh, but they're waiting on me. Yes, but you have an up, they have an AK. Get it done. You didn't do this. You played so passively that you threw the entire round. Not only did you miss the first shot, you hesitated to take the second one, or sorry, you straight up didn't take the second shot, and then you waited too long. Waiting too long got Fangs killed as well, and now the round fell apart. So, how did Many die? I didn't notice Many died already. How did you die? No, no, no. Oh my god, Many, you're better than this. Come on, man. They're attacking A. If you're rotating for whatever side it is, especially on Mirage, if you're on the other side that they're hitting, you need to slow down. Okay, you can't go there. Okay, that would be on J. J is the one that needs to go faster. Oh, but he's farthest. I know, but you cannot get away from ladder without making noise. You just can't. If there's a guy underpass, he hears you, so he knows, right? And he's gonna backstab you. If there's a guy top mid, he's gonna see you or kill you in the process. You need to be super careful. You need to be expecting this guy. And you probably need to be a lot slower in your rotation. Even though I know you want to be there as fast as you can't in this example. You can't. just can't, man. Here, there's nothing to say. We already fucked up the round. I'm gonna try and... Here, I think you should have just won the fight, Leo. You didn't ladder. I think you probably needed many with you on ladder for you to play where you were playing. That's it. Here, I think you just kill yourself again, Jay. I think you generally you play really well, but then sometimes you just have this itch and you need to move, right? Like, yeah, you're in an amazing spot here. When I saw this, my mind would have been here. Okay, I would have been here, crouched, looking up, as soon as the model faded. Why? They won't see you. No one goes out and does this and looks here. And because this wall is close to them, you have a very good off angle. Okay. You decided not to. You decided to peek. That's fine. It's on you. I would have not done that. I would have waited a little longer, and I probably would have killed them both because of that. But that's fine. You done this. Like at this point, you probably just go into bench, right? You have that smoke, you just use it. But instead, you go here. Why? And then you have Fangs right here to help you with. And Fangs, you are rotating in. Why the fuck do you have 3 nades and you're not using them? You should have, first thing you should have done is maybe flash in. Second thing is you probably should have smoked this or this. And third thing, you probably could have moloed something for Jay to play with, right? Instead, let's see what you do. Come on, man. You need to use utility, caralho. You should have had a utility on your hand. Great check on the murder hole. That was good. But at this point, you should have had a nade out, ready to use it, right? The flash should have come in. Right? Like, you didn't see anyone? Smoke short. Simple. You would have helped Jay a shit ton. If you came out a lot sooner because you didn't use the utility, you should have come out a lot sooner. You would have helped them. Jay messed up by his positioning, but you also did. When you're rotating, utility is your best friend. Level's the greatest at that, by the way. So, you're gonna watch someone do that? Watch Level and Leo. They're great at doing that. Many do. Level overdoes it, but... Okay, I think 45 minutes. I think I'm gonna try and stop here. I think here you win the round. Good setup on ramp. Good round. And this one, I don't remember, to be honest. This I do remember. You die. Okay. I wouldn't do this that aggressively because of the buy they have. You knew that they can't have much. I would have just stayed here. If you were going to do something on B, I probably would have just stayed here. But you decided to be aggressive to finish out the round. That's fine. You should have taken more safety. Okay. You have Jay mollying. That's fine. I would have, just before you peek, like let's say you're here, just before you peek, you could have asked Jay, hey, flash me deep. You know? Jay throws a flash here. It blinds all of these guys, and then you take the angle. And then there you go. Flawless, right? Then you need, Jay needs to be with you on apps for you to hold that angle. So instead what he did was look into short, right? If at this point he throws a flash there, he was thinking about it, a nade, I guess. But yeah. Okay, here you have the molo, didn't you? Oh no, you used it. Never mind. Okay. Again, here is just a positioning mistake that you have, Jay, sometimes. You keep in mind, you just got Leo just died. You traded him. That was fine. Good hold by you. And then you got blind. Okay, shit happens. You put the smoke down in your feet. That's great. But why are you coming here? Why is this safer than this? Right? Playing behind it, looking into it. playing in it, going back into bench, right? Using the Molotov and the flash, you have to delay them, right? If you come here and you throw a flash right here, what happens? Ta-da! One guy blind. I don't know if that one will be, but it would have helped you gain more time for yourself and your teammates, right? So why did you decide on playing here? The reason many died, it wasn't on you. It was on him. You are at fault because of the positioning you took. He has fault because of the positioning he took. But he also made the same mistake Fangs did a while ago. Should have came up and he should have flashed into the window wall. That would have popped here. And that would have given you time as well. Instead, he just fucking jumped like a fucking idiot and luckily killed this guy. What the fuck? Again, look at the utility you had, Mini. Full belt, almost. You just didn't have a Molotov. Right? The flash you should have used while you were rotating. But you still have a smoke and an HE before that. How could you help yourself or Jay in this scenario, right? You could have smoked in front, for example, like you could have smoked here. That would have given you time to jump out safely. You could have thrown a nade into here or just in this area maybe to do damage and again help Jay. Like this round you win if we just play it properly. Instead you just killed yourself. And then he tried to trade and he killed himself too. Doesn't make sense. And now it's on level and Fangs to get killed, but this guy isn't up and he played bench. GG. We could have played this out so much better, guys. So much better. Here they just went into A for some reason. Here, I don't know how we lost this pistol, to be honest. How the fuck do we lose this? What are we doing here? I don't get it. Wait, nice shot by that guy. What the fuck was Fangs doing? I thought he was with you. I thought he pushed with you. Hello? Wasn't Fangs. Maybe it was Jay. I'm confused. Who's number 6? Many. I mean, yeah, you're open to short. What the fuck, man? Again, just stupid positioning. What are you doing, man? In general, all of us have a positioning problem. Either we decide wrong, which, you only get the decision to correctly with time and experience, of course, but that is just awareness, Many. Like, you should have known you would open to short. You can't die like that. And then Fangs, I'm not sure. What happens to you? You just kill yourself on short? Because you shouldn't. Should be jiggling, holding, and that's it. Just stay. Jiggle, take 2 shots, be safe, stay. That's it. You have 2 guys to play. You have this guy drawing aggro as well. You already did your part. There's no other reason for you to go out. You just go out too wide. Like, what are you doing? Again, you did the right thing theoretically, but you just went out a little too wide. You need to be more careful in these circumstances. All you had to do there, Fangs, was sit tight, not move. That's it. They would have won the fight on kitchen, hopefully, right? They didn't, but on them. Many would have not died, so that's an extra one. And then they would have pushed short, and you would have then killed them when they were closer. But whatever, it's fine. It's almost an hour long already. Let's try and finish this up. What the fuck did you die here? That was actually an accident. Okay. Okay, good job. With flash. You can molo short. What are you gonna do? Fangs, where are you? Where's Fangs going? Hmm? Are you okay? Okay, I think that's a little. Oh no, you're a 5-on-4, so it doesn't apply. It's fine. This pissed me off. You used to play this play so much level when you were calling. How do you get caught by this? Remember? On eco, stack on A with 4 and leave a guy here alone on bench. Oh, but I killed one. I know, but you would have looked anyway, right? It's dumb, the reason you died. So obvious. You wouldn't taken anything for you to make sure that, you wouldn't be caught like that. T-side, I think I stopped watching here. I don't really see much more in this. Okay. The fuck? That guy pushed B? The fuck? Okay, I guess. I don't know how that happened, but sure. If they're on their first full buy and it's like the typical second round eco, expect this to happen, okay, level. They don't have that many good amount of guns, so it's likely for them to try and do something like that. Okay, not sure what you're gonna do with this, but sure. They don't work. They don't work. I honestly like with a Molotov and a flash, you're not gonna fake anything, Jay. I don't think you are. Um, I think instead of this, I would have just gone with them towards B. It's gonna draw some attention away, but you're not gonna make them go into A, right? Which is what you want to do. If that's what you wanted to do, I think you should have waited a little bit longer, or not you, them. Like they should have contacted, you know. You throw the molo and the flash, and then you give it 5 seconds at most, and during those 5 seconds, you slowly contact in towards B. You don't run out like you guys did on B. Okay. Here we went, all of us, into the same spot, and we didn't we just tunnel visioned into this and this, and we forgot about this, right? I think we should have taken a separate approach. Either have one guy here moving up all the way into here, since this was smoked, and we should have had more people coming this way. Okay. I think here is just a bad thing that killed us. We didn't do anything wrong. Let me see how did you go in exactly when Jay threw the Molotov, or when did you go? Yeah, you should have contacted. You should have not thrown flashes. Yeah, you should have not thrown flashes. Not in this case, okay? Because you're trying to draw attention away towards A, right? So here you just contact. If you had all of those here, then yeah, I would have agreed. But you would have still needed people from here to throw flashes over. Which you did. It was just a little late, but you did. Should have had more though. Like you see menu with flashes. If he drops these to Leo and he's throwing 3 continuous flashes, maybe this guy is completely blind at this point, right? Look, this guy's probably blind, completely blind at this point, no? And so is this guy. And maybe this goes a lot better. So I think you should have contacted and you should have had one guy here just throwing flashes as soon as you make contact. You should have not thrown these ones. You know, have 4 or 5 flashes, it keeps coming, but it'll work. It would be super blind. Here we're in a force. I mean, I don't think I want to watch this one. Just a palace pop, I guess. Okay, we got in. Does Jay have anything? No, brother, you have a smoke and an HE, use it. There you go. Jay's good with HEs, I must say. Yeah, I think you should have been more aggressive, okay? We got the A site, we got the bomb down. I think we should have done something more aggressive. Something crazy like pushing the smoke here instead, you know? Throwing a flash inside the smoke and have one person go out this way, one person go out this way, and then have a third guy just walk through the smoke, you know? At different times, so you don't get collateral or something. Because we needed it, okay? We don't have enough weapons or utility to make this work. Like, even if you stayed alive and you didn't kill yourselves, if I told you, hey, guys, just play Ninja, play under Palace, and the guy under maybe on Palace, they would have had all the Molotovs in the world, right? So they would have just mollied all of these, smoked the rest, and you would have lost anyway, right? You see that one? There's a second one, so I think you still win this. Okay. Oh, good on you. The Nico doesn't matter. What happened to Jay? Okay. You are the lurker, so this is important to you. This is just noobness, okay? The others can explain this to you a lot more because I don't have that much time. But when you go and clear Palace, you don't just walk out like this, like you did, because this will get you killed. You need to understand that when you come into Palace, you have 3 separate pillars plus this wall. There could be 4 separate places they could be in. Okay, this wall is only when you get here or in this line of sight, right? But let's say initially you only have 3 places they can be in. You can't just walk out as if they can't be there at all, right? You need to make sure that once you clear it, you take this pillar, you know, you clear it with strafe. Then you do this, it's a strafe, because you will be shot if they're there, right? And then you clear this with another strafe. When you're done with all of these, this is the last angle you need to clear. So what I do is I hold the wall, look straight at it, then just swing wide and crab walk. And if he's dead, which is common, you will kill him. Okay? He will not be able to kill you. That is how you clear Palace correctly. And when you get here, there are a lot of operas that like this angle. Use one of them. What you need to do is, again, swing wide. Okay? Swing wide. He is expecting, like, he will have the crosshair here, right in this edge. And you're good at this, so you will keep your crosshair a little more to the right, expecting the white swing, right? So that's what you should be. You should counteract the fact that he's going to peek or hold wide or hold close, and you swing wide. So if you do that with a crab walk, I like with a crab walk too, you just kill him instantly. That's how you clear Palace. That's why I said that this is a noob thing. You're the lurker, you should have known this. You should have learned this a long time ago. Wait, Leo died? Oh, Leo died. Saw Jay, I didn't see Leo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. Probably expect you now. Yeah, it's fine. They don't work, that's fine. Next. Jesus fucking Christ, what the hell? Guys getting a lot of kills. Should have had them. What happened to you? Did you have spawn for this? I think you did. I think that is the best spawn you can have. Yeah, it is. So what you needed to do, Leo, is you need to run all the way here and you scope up here, okay? This is when you scope, not here. You don't crab walk all this time. Scope up here and then you slowly clear the angle. If you want, if the guy's jumping, you can sit on top of the couch and you place your crosshair a little more to the right and you'll kill him as well. But yeah, here you just got yourself killed because you didn't, I guess you didn't realize how you need to use this spawn. But you would have been there on time. It's okay, that happens. Okay, you want to execute against them, that's fine. Why does Jay have an up if you're gonna be exploding? Okay, you should have jumped, Jay. Okay. Jay, you should have ran and you should have jumped. Same thing as it happened on that eco round here. You need to give space for the teammates behind you. That's all. Let's try it next. Jesus, many won that round. Okay, good job, man. This is a half by. Let's not look at here. I'm gonna keep this. This is an eco from us. And we won the eco too, right? And we will win this round. Let me take a look at it quickly. Yeah, they just killed themselves. Okay, good game overall.